Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 Here is the Z107.7 local news for Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. The identity of a motorcyclist killed in a collision on the Morongo Grade Saturday morning has been released by the Riverside County Coroner. Stephen Sullivan, a 61-year-old resident of Huntington Beach, was riding a motorcycle eastbound on Highway 62, 1/2 mile east of Indian Canyon Drive in Desert Hot Springs. The California Highway Patrol reports that Sullivan was riding a Harley-Davidson motorcycle with a female passenger when he collided with a guardrail. Sullivan was pronounced dead at the scene. The female sustained moderate to major injuries and was transported to Desert Regional Medical Center. Both Sullivan and the passenger were wearing helmets, and alcohol or drugs are not being considered a factor in the collision. The CHP is currently continuing their investigation into the collision. Joshua Tree National Park officials have halted construction on one or more privately owned parcels within park borders, pending an investigation into possible damages to park property. Reporter Heather Clisby has more.
While Joshua Tree National Park borders encompass nearly 800,000 acres, not all of that land belongs to the public. Currently, there are approximately 100 privately owned parcels called inholdings in JTNP, and concerns about tourist housing being built on one such parcel has led to an investigation by JTNP officials. Residents in the Yucca Valley neighborhood of Covington Flats reported a sudden increase of large trucks and construction vehicles headed into the park. Several calls into JTNP prompted park law enforcement to visit the site, and all construction activity is now halted pending further investigation. Though parcel owners can sell back to the park if they choose, it is not required. The Department of Interior, which oversees all 63 national parks, does not have a right of first refusal in these real estate dealings. Those who do purchase a parcel are dismayed that the land, coveted pristine desert landscape though it may be, does not include road access, water, or electricity. Furthermore, the owner would have to trudge through a meaty list of federal, state, and county land policies before even considering a structure build. Often, owners discover they cannot access their land at all, except on foot, so furiously tracking in building supplies would certainly spark suspicion. Which is exactly how JTNP quickly got word that developers were perhaps prematurely busy in the Whispering Pine area of Covington Flats. Though park officials could not speak to any specifics, they did confirm that an investigation was underway with no timeline. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Heather Clisby.
The 29 Palms City Council will meet tonight to discuss necessary steps to secure public restrooms at Freedom Plaza. Reporter Heather Clisby rejoins us with more on tonight's meeting.
Citing security concerns, the 29 Palms City Council will review options for securing bathroom access at Freedom Plaza during tonight's meeting. The restrooms at Freedom Plaza are currently accessed through an outside hallway. At night or during weather events, a bathroom visit requires those using the gym or the instructional kitchen to leave the building. Council will discuss the installation of locking doors on both ends of the outdoor hallway in hopes of enabling easier access to drinking fountains and restrooms for those using the gym and the kitchen, while also preventing illegal activities such as graffiti from occurring. The meeting will also feature audit results of Proposition 68 performance, specifically a follow-up of 2 Prop 68 grants awarded to the city by the California Natural Resources Agency. This includes a $2 million grant for the Project Phoenix Cultural Center and Joshua Tree Visitor Center, and a $900,000 grant for Phase 1 of the city's flood control channel trail between Split Rock and Adobe Road. The meeting takes place on Tuesday, October 22nd at 6 p.m. at City Hall, 6136 Adobe Road. It can be live streamed or viewed on demand via the city's website, 29palms.org. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Heather Clisby.
The Yucca Valley Planning Commission will review environmental plans for the new community center athletic facility at tonight's meeting. Here is reporter Adeline J. Wells with more on that from their agenda.
The Yucca Valley Planning Commission meeting will begin with a public hearing on an environmental assessment and variance request for a new apartment complex. The development consists of 4 multifamily dwelling units located on Palo Alto Avenue. Town Development Code requires 30% of the net site area at multi-units to be common open space. Due to the 0.51 acre lot size and extended front setback, the applicant requests to reduce the open space to 12.6%. Town staff will then present the Planning Commission with the environmental assessment for the Community Center Athletic Facility project. This development consists of constructing new pickleball courts, renovating the basketball court, expanding the parking lot, and adding restrooms and seating areas. The Commission will review the environmental assessment, which includes applications, the mitigated negative declaration, and the mitigated negative monitoring and reporting program. The Planning Commission will also receive the land development update. Tonight's meeting is open to the public and begins at 6 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
If you or someone you know is in need of a holiday meal, the Community Action Partnership of San Bernardino County will be giving away whole turkeys and food boxes in advance of this Thanksgiving. Sign-ups for the food giveaway are open now, and food will be distributed on November 18th. You can use a link in this story at our website, Z107.7fm.com, to reserve a turkey, or you can call 909-723-1581. And finally, for the last 2 years, the average price for fuel in California during the fall and winter months has far outpaced the national average, sending the state scrambling to bring prices down. This year, the state of California has signed a bill into law that lawmakers say will stabilize prices for consumers at the pump. Joining us with more on the bill and fluctuating petroleum prices is online news editor Robert Hayden.
According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the average price for a gallon of gas in California last month was $4.57. That's $1.19 above the national average of $3.38. That's better than last September, when California's average price was $5.50 a gallon, which is about $1.50 more than the average. Prices at Southern California pumps continue to creep up in September and October, and state lawmakers have passed a bill that they say will help stabilize supplies and prices for the Golden State. So how are they trying to make that happen? According to the text in California State Assembly Bill ABX 21, it authorizes the California Energy Commission, or CEC, to increase the amount of available fuel to the state by requiring oil refineries to maintain a minimum inventory and adequately plan for scheduled shutdowns. Lawmakers say that the sudden surge in fuel prices during this period in the last 2 years was due to fuel supplies dipping below a 15-day threshold, and voluntary efforts by the oil industry didn't do enough to change supply levels or, more importantly, reduce the price at the pump. Last year, in an effort to curb the rising gas prices, the California Air Resources Board facilitated an early switch to winter blend gasoline, which they say is cheaper for the refineries to produce. So far this fall, gas prices haven't hit last year's highs, and the state bill aims to keep prices more in line with national averages. California Attorney General Rob Bonta says that the bill will save Californians billions at the pump, as well as reduce opportunities for big oil to manipulate the market. He also urged residents that purchased gasoline between February and November of 2015 to submit a claim for payment under the state's $50 million settlement with gas trading firms that tampered and manipulated prices in California's gas market. You can see if you're entitled for a payout at www.calgaslitigation.com. For links to that settlement, along with the text of the state bill, see this story at our website, Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.